Hello, and good morning. Alright, so I was asked to do a bit more of this, and actually I just realized I haven't done anything with the editor in pretty much ever, really. I showed off a few mods from forever ago, and screw it. Let's go ahead and make one, just for giggles. Now, it's been a while, so might as well get back into things here. So, starts off pretty simple. You just have a big old desert map here. Now, we'll go ahead and make a random map here. Probably just go ahead and make it small. Give it a grassy climate. Well, we're gonna want some highlands here, so we're gonna be building around some highland things anyway. But yeah, we do that. I think we're gonna be fine with, you know what, let's just do light blue water, because we're gonna go for kind of a wintry type of thing. Pretty much gonna be making Ostorea from, from Night of Lotus. So, sure, let's have it generate a map first of all. So anyway, it starts off generating it pretty much like this. Just like any other map, any other Versus, it'll just go ahead and do stuff like this. So first things first, we're going to want to go ahead and just delete their units, just to start off with. We're also going to be wanting, we'll probably just leave some of this random stuff around, but we're going to be clearing out this central area. Other stuff can remain, just a little nifty stuff, but I want the center clear. So we're going to build the castle around here. We're going to build the entrance kind of coming up through here. Actually, this made a handy little walkway through here. This can be that cliff where they're discussing stuff. That works. Get rid of these. Get rid of all these trees over here. Unfortunately, you have to delete a lot of stuff manually, but oh well. Again, it's usually easier just to build a thing from scratch, but just kind of want to do it this way this time around. Well, as long as this area is cleared out, we'll make it work. Yes. Trees go away. That should be good enough. Okay. Now, next we go through the menus here. So, a little people icon here just basically shows who's who. So this will go ahead and be Alphonse, or the Celia fairies in this case, or Celia mosquitoes in this case. Over here, we're gonna want a few of them here. So, on one side here, I guess, what's his face? Until I can remember, Spear Guy. And we have Margaret over here. She's gonna be fine with yellow, and then, actually, we're probably gonna want 5. We're gonna have the castle here, is just kind of a neutral type of situation. And then we're gonna have, what's his name now? Neris? Neris. Actually, we're gonna have 6 players then, because then we are also gonna want to have Richter here. Okay. So we're gonna want to start them off with no resources, actually. Unfortunately, they don't make it very easy to select stuff, so kinda gotta go through each one of these and select them like such. Now, this is mostly just so they don't start building units out of nowhere, and sometimes they start doing weird stuff with the resources they have. It's pretty much going to be limited by what they have available, and actually the limitations that you can put are largely one of the reasons that I prefer the scenario editor in this to, well, pretty much any other one that I've seen. There aren't really tech trees, so to speak. In general, stuff's pretty limited, so it's just easier to do stuff. But yeah. So you have a tech tree here, but this is just... Oh, dang it. Go away, ads. No, we don't need grammar. Hold on. Go away. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, so whatever it decided to do next is what's going on. So this just basically lets you add a couple different things if you want. I'm not really going to be messing with this because there's really no need in this particular case, and you're potentially adding complications. Alright, so over here, basically seeing what they are. Now, sometimes when you're resetting stuff, it'll end up spawning different stuff, so just bear that in mind. Now we go back here, so the castle, in this case, we're going to want that to be gray. So player 4 here is going to go ahead and be the Franks, because they need those strong castle walls. Everybody else can be England, with maybe exception to Richter. Just because they have that whole passive healing thing. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. You know what, maybe Neris also, because then he can have his units coming out anywhere. And end ages are going to be medieval for everyone. Do I want that? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we don't need shared line of sight between anyone. And yeah, these are all going to be CPU only. Actually, you know what? Let's potentially make this a multiplayer scenario. That ought to be interesting. And yeah, over here you can set their limitations on what their AI does. So basically this one's just going to want everything turned off. As it goes. No citizens whatsoever, it's just going to be kind of there. These guys are... none of them are going to be really attacking, except for... you know what, these two can attack just fine. Well, no, they're all going to be defending. And, yeah, they don't need to be gathering, they're going to be fine on resources. Okay. And then these are your diplomacy options, which sometimes get a little bit confusing, but we go back here. Alright, so we go back here, so... these ones haven't really updated yet, so sometimes you gotta do it that way. Hang on, let me turn the volume down. So once again, it's getting super loud. Alright, so teams are locked. It's better not to allow victory, because this... It causes problems. What victory does is, it's just under normal circumstances. So for example, if all town centers are gone, and no one's really going to be using one in this case. So improvements are fine, cheats are not. I doubt anyone remembers the cheats anymore anyway. And yeah. So it's fine as a scenario, standard is fine. Go ahead and set the difficulty kind of up there. Yeah, I think we're fine without statistics, that's fine. And then no diplomacy. Actually, maybe we should allow diplomacy, why not? Okay. Now, moving on. I wish these would update properly. Whatever, we'll get back to this. Then these are scenario instructions. Pretty much if you're using it in a campaign. So, yeah, you would put all this stuff together if you're doing that, but we're not going to be doing that. Alright, so first things first. We're going to want some elevation here, so just kind of set a baseline elevation, I think. Let's do like 10. Yeah, that works. A little bit higher of an area. I got a pretty big paintbrush to work with here. We're just gonna go ahead and even all this out. Alright, that kind of broke the cliffs, but whatever. We'll deal with that as it comes. Alright, paint some cliffs there, paint some cliffs there, and there. That's fine. Also probably want kind of a tiny brush. Now what this does, it basically paints it going downwards. As you can see right here, it's causing a few problems as far as that goes. Yeah, we probably want a cliff path over here. Alright, so we'll do that. I'm gonna block off this general region. Don't know why it's not wanting to cooperate, but whatever. It does that sometimes. So we'll be blocked off by mountains there. There we go, that's that. Alright, do we have snow in here? I think we have snow somewhere. We're gonna make like a little dirt path kind of thing coming through here. There we are. what kind of entrance walkway of sorts. We'll get around to making the actual castle in just a sec here. So first things first. Is it 4 or 5? I usually make it 4 or 5. I should really consistently just stick to 1, but it's 4. So, this one, you have your options for buildings up here, so we're going to go with walls and such sort of thing. So now, the south end, if I recall correctly, is the one with the really wide wall on it, the one with spear douche. So that's what we're going to make. That's pretty much going to be over here someplace. Actually, no, wait. I already made the walkway going this way, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Alright, so. First off, we're going to need outer walls on this thing, so we're going to have the main stairs up right here. Going to bring it up here, and then we're going to have, like, the main castle back here, kind of a situation. Okay, so there we are. And something like that. Now we're going to stretch the walls over here a little bit. We want to have a little variance on where it goes. We're going to do this. Have them circle around the side here. A little cliff blocking it off. Now I realize this shape isn't exact. It's quite a bit off, in fact. But this is just kind of a little personal preference on the direction that it's taking. So we've got our basic wall here. Again, this is going to be kind of the bigger wall here, so let's make those little paths going down. We're going to need a secondary wall down here. Just do like this. Going like that. Alright. We have that. Now we're going to want gates, so we'll go ahead and pop a gate here. Pop another gate down here. We're going to destroy those gates in just a minute because they have to be controlled by somebody else. But this is just kind of like a little basic outline, like I was saying. Now the towers are mostly just going to be for looks, but I'm going to go ahead and have them like here and here and here. There we go. Sounds about right. Again, this will make more sense in a little bit. Now, like I said, this is going to be the main kind of attack type of area. They have... thinking... Yeah, this is going to have its elevation raised up a bit, because again, this is supposed to be their main kind of entrance. We're going to raise the elevation of here a little bit. And for this wall... going to have this kind of thing. There we go. Now, we're gonna need the throne room next, and we're gonna need the crypt. So the crypt is gonna be down here. Gonna separate it off by itself. We'll do that next. There we go. That looks alright. And then we're gonna leave like a little walkway type of area going down this way for entrance's sake. And now the walls are going to be friendly to everybody, so they won't be able to destroy them. But if units are beaten, they will be able to get through the gates. Because, you know, it's Tactics Ogre, they never really seem to bother explaining how people get through the gates. But whatever. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and actually block this off here. Let's put more decorative towers. Maybe they have a little courtyard type of area. Maybe a siege factory in there. All decorative anyway. Or maybe some kind of robotic forest. I don't know what they're doing over here, but they're doing something. It's probably really shady and nefarious. Now, we're gonna have replacements for a lot of things coming up later. But, I'm gonna go ahead and make the throne room out of this stuff, I think. So we'll do this kind of situation. It's kind of a wide area, so we'll do that. Alright. Now, they're gonna have other kind of stuff going all over the place, of course. So, presumably they're gonna have another gate leading off, say, this... Well, we know they have a gate leading off this way, so we'll do that. I have one over here. Like a town center over there, maybe another one over here. Some universities coming off of that. Have it facing another direction. There we go. That looks all right. Maybe some stables. Kind of off over here that they never end up using. It's a really impractical location for that. We'll assume there's just like some random herding thing, and then we're gonna have a few practical stables over here. A little settlement around here-ish, because people are just coming by. Maybe they're settling there. These settlements are mostly just resource collection points, so they're little buildings. Have some hovels. We'll assume they weren't very uniformly built. And houses are... Nah, they're playing as the Franks, so they're not going to have houses. Because apparently the French didn't live in houses, according to the people that made it. Okay, so they've got an iffy living situation, but it'll have to do. They probably want a church. They probably would have built their community around it. So we'll have that over there. Market shop. Yeah, no reason they wouldn't have it over here. And probably some fortresses. There we go. That looks about right. We'll assume it doesn't have a roof. And then lastly, we'll just have a bunch of farms and stuff out here. Kind of their main resource area. This is extraordinarily disorganized. I feel bad for anyone using this farm. But, again, this is just to make it look like there's a bunch of farms actually being used. This is aesthetically just awful. But you get the point. They had farms over here. Okay, now. Wall-wise, we know they had a wall running down here, so we'll pop one of those. And we know they had another one kind of running down this way, so we'll pop one, like, here. Sounds right. I know I'm... Oh, oops. I appear to have disjointed your entire place here. Yeah, if you pick something and drag it around, you can kind of do the spinny dealy. Lets you, go back and edit stuff to look a little bit better. They're supposed to look a little crappy, you know? But yeah, you can't do this in the single-player version. Or in the main game, rather. Just assume it was a little bit off. There we are. Perfect. This place is an OCD nightmare. Okay, now that sets up the basics, so we'll go ahead and save it. Now, if this was run right now, it would just end immediately, so... moving on. I want to set up the rough locations for everybody first, so... blue will be the Slee Mosquitoes. Let's go to their units here. So we're gonna give them, let's say 4 Highlanders as just kind of general units. Probably a couple Battlefield Surgeons for Clerics. Like, maybe... yeah, 4 Crossbowmen. I think like 6 Archers. And then we'll fill out the rest of the ranks with longswords, because you know what, they definitely didn't just take it with 8 people. They definitely had more on there. Sounds good. How do we do this here? I'm trying to think who we can... Oops. I'll just use Joffrey for Alphonse, maybe. Or... Actually, no. We'll use Infantry Richard here. That looks about right. Now, over here on the opposite side... team that took on... Margaret over here. First off, they're gonna have 4 units just convincing others to join their side. That's definitely going to be fair and have no problems whatsoever. We're going to have some knights. Gonna have... maybe we don't have to change it. Maybe we don't have to change the name. There it goes. We'll just have Eleanor this time around. Have this guy as... let's not. Well, smithies? Yeah, why not? Yeah, I would have, like, berries or some crap here, but they don't have that. Subject... Yeah, we're gonna give him 1. Make it a little bit of a challenge fight. So they're just here as a distraction while these guys are doing the brunt of the attacking. However... do I want to give him trebuchets? Not really. I know these aren't the same Dragoons, but I just kind of want to give them 2 Dragoons for the hell of it. These are more gunny kind of Dragoons. We'll assume they came from Lucht. Maybe give them a couple crossbows. Perfect. Make all these guys face this way. Make all these guys, despite their backwardness, face this way. Good enough. Okay. Who's next on the list? The spear guy. Who ought to be this color. Richter should probably be... dark red's fine for Richter. I think. Okay. So we'll take off the filter here. Alright, you know what? Actually, before we finish doing that, let's mess with the elevation a little bit more. Alright, so first off, elevation-wise, all of this needs to go up a little bit. This needs to go down. This is supposed to be like a valley entrance kind of a situation. In addition, we're gonna need some water running through here. There we go. We'll just assume they flooded the tree line there. In addition, there will also be water running through here. We'll go ahead and make it a little bit jaggedy. There we go. That looks acceptable. Just kind of assume this turns into a lake down here. Maybe they diverted a river or something. Perfect. Ish. So... back to units, take away these trees. Alright. Now, now that we have a decent setup, we can go ahead and start messing with the terrain. So that's all dirt, that's fine. You know, this kind of dirt path going in, that's acceptable. Put these random scatterings about, as they do. Now we're going to want a road, first of all. So presumably this is going to have, you know, a stone road of some description coming through. You know, they probably let it fall into disrepair around here. But that looks alright. It goes down here, probably kind of goes around the market. The other stuff they probably wouldn't care too much about, but it's got to be able to go around the market. Go ahead and give them an entrance through here. And again, I'm aware that this doesn't technically make sense. It's fine, don't think about it too much. Okay. Now, presumably they would have had dignitaries and stuff going through here. So we'll have that. Now, do we have anything better for the kind of castle stuff? Okay, stone floor. We can go ahead and do that up here. There we are. And with a pretty wide brush. Fine. You know, presumably they've got stairs going up to other places and all that. Now, we don't really have like a red carpet kind of thing, so instead we're gonna have a wood floor running down the center. And next, we're gonna pop the elevation kind of like this. Give it more of that feeling of going up. You know, based on the fact that it actually is going up. It looks a little jank, but it'll work. Alright. Give it another quick save. This area kind of looks like crap, but it'll do. I guess this is more like a fitting door now. Oh well. Ignore the logistical issues of the place. Back to terrain drawing. What do we have here? We don't really have snow, unfortunately. Well, we have cobblestone. Go ahead and just make this area out of cobblestone. Oh, by the way, I'm aware, despite the fact that it's supposed to be a castle, that this main fort area really had no sign of other civilization around it. It's just space-wise, I think it makes decent sense. There we are. I'll stone you up. There's kind of stone up till here. I'll just stonify this whole place. And I have little walkways going around. 2 tiles wide seems about right for that walkway. Yeah, I think that's alright. Maybe just finish it off here for the sake of giving it a nice line. Give him a nice little bridge to walk up on. That looks inviting-ish. Yeah, you know, could be worse. Worse things have been drawn. Review of the year. Okay. Now, this whole situation. Because I can't technically make a second floor here, what's going to happen is this whole area is just going to be more of an upper gatehouse. Because really what they should have done is given some manner of secondary gatehouse if they were defending it as they were. So we'll put that there. Perfect. We don't need this as high, but we're going to need it a little bit higher. There we are. So now we have a sort of vertical situation going on. Drop this down a little bit more. Actually, let's raise this a little more now. One way or another, we're still going to have disjointed chunks, but it's better than it was. Okay. There we are. The one jank-looking castle. Oh well. Oh well. Such is life. Okay. Go with Mr. Spear guy over here, so. He had casters, so we're gonna go ahead and give him some Taoist sorcerers. I'm gonna go ahead and give him some spear infantry, because why didn't he have any of those? He should have done. That's what he should have done. He had... There's 2 down there, but let's see what we make them. I'm gonna replace the 2 sirens on the sides with oil smithies, because AoE's kind of their deal. Give him a couple more spearmen, I think. Because the Chinese spearmen in this are just trash awful. We'll give him 3 different generations of spearmen. Give him, like, 4 longswordsmen down here, maybe 6. Two Korean spearmen on the side. Actually, no, you know what? Let's give him a Harang to be that one guy with the fire drake. And then we'll make him into the Korean spearman. Oh. Well, hi, sudden Game Boy music. Right, what's next? And also, why is that music happening that way? How about that? You know what? Let's do one of these things. What's this game called again? Perfect. Just make that happen. Alright. Back onto this. They want dogs? Yeah, they probably don't need dogs. Ooh. Actually, let's go ahead and compare these two. Yeah, you know what? He's gonna be the trident guy. That works out fine. Then for the other caster over here that had summons, yeah, we'll put a cardinal. Even though that's technically supposed to be a healer, priest, lady, whatever. They're gonna be the attacker one. It's fine. There are healers, they just won't apply in this case. Alright, so number 3 is Margaret then. Alright, so she's gonna be a Harang. There we go. If you're wondering why I'm making her a Harang, well, basically in this one, the Korean, the Harangs especially, all the Korean soldiers are just, like, better for whatever reason. So, her whole well, she's able to one-shot people all the time, so Harangs have an ability to just one-shot anybody below half health. So there's that. Now, we'll go ahead and give her a crap ton of men-at-arms, because realistically, that's what they should have done. Now let's give her a tank, except let's not. Yeah, toss some longswordsmen in there. Even though realistically these longswords are basically men-at-arms, but whatever. had 2 archers, so naturally we'll up that to 6. Since that's kind of what we're going for here. Okay, I had the one Asian-looking guy, so I'll put a samurai down here. There we go. He's gonna be the warlock. Actually, no. He's gonna be a twin swordsman. Because they've got that whole headband thing going on. That works alright. Now, next... we're gonna have Neris and Richter. So we're gonna have Richter... okay, so number 6. Alright, so what should he be? I don't think he'd have a horse inside. Well, he's definitely going to have his guards from before, so we're going to have those there. He's going to be a tank! That'd be something. I did a bunch of scenarios back in the day where it was just, like, taking weird medieval scenarios and then just giving them tanks for some reason. Yeah, we're gonna make him a mace guy, I think. Actually, you know what? Number 2 down here is gonna be this guy. That way he's actually got a chance. Just because there's only so many hero units, and you can kind of make your own a little bit, but it's weird. Okay. I don't know if a generic English soldier guy is actually able to attack, but whatever, they're just tossed in there. Crossbows, I feel like he's gonna have a couple of those since they're indoors. Probably a couple shielded archers here. Give him a line of spears. And a couple berserkers. That looks good. Actually, no, let's give him a bomb slinger too. There we go. That's going to be his casters. And then lastly, we have Neris down here. So naturally, he's going to be a friggin' ranger from the 40s. What should we make him? Okay, you know what? He's gonna be this guy. Now, it may seem weird giving Neris a handgun, but here's the thing. Also, just for reasons, he's gonna have a bunch of, like, 40s spearmen, whatever. But no, he offs that one guy, so that's what's gonna happen here. Because that unit's ability is to basically take out one of his own units in order to give everyone else a buff. Okay, we're gonna give him 5 spearmen. We're gonna give him a bunch of men-at-arms. Or longswords. Because that dude had a fair number of them. And lastly, we'll give him a medic. And a couple more spearmen. That looks right. Okay. Which now feels like the attacking team's gonna need some more people, huh? Well, at some point I want to give this whole group more life, frankly. So number 4, just double check that's the castle. It is. So next we're going to want decorations. Let me put a boat here. That'd be cool if we could. Okay. You know what? Actually, let's drop a couple ships over here for the hell of it. Maybe they had a navy of some description. Then a thunderboat for no apparent reason. Okay. Buildings, though, that's what we need. Drop a barracks over here. Do we have a gravestone somewhere? I doubt it. I don't know how we're going to do the whole gravestone setup thing, because that... Pillboxes? Kind of. That looks weird. Do you know what? I think they showed tents around sometimes. I'll go ahead and put a tent somewhere. Darn it, music. What's going on with this? Yeah, you know what? Actually, that's fine. Command and Conquer has some pretty awesome music. Landmines? I mean, they kind of work. And they don't take up any space, so... Perfect. They're something. Also, these stone walls, you can basically put them wherever. They're really cool looking. Alright. So we have that, and what else? Okay. And this guy... gonna need more people. Because this ain't gonna be enough. We're gonna make him more of a scenario, I think. We'll assume they set up a camp of some description. So he's over here. We're going to have one barracks. We're going to have... one food warehouse. One stable. And... one settlement. Okay. So we'll assume they captured a little town over here. Give them some houses. There we go. They captured a little port town. Actually, we'll even give it a dock. There we go, now it's legit. Make all these face different ways. Oop. Put that back, please. Okay. I mean, that's semi-believable. Makes sense, anyway. What else? Armory, do we... We'll assume they've got another little town over here. Actually, in that case, they're gonna need a few more peoples. Where are their subjects? There we go, 4 subjects. And what else? Okay, well, they're gonna need a settlement out here. Now, if you're wondering why 5, it's just short of them being able to build a town center. Okay, so they can collect money from over here. They can get stone from kind of out here, but it wouldn't be worth the trip, really. And also... we're gonna give these guys... Actually, who's who here? Neris, so number 5. I think citizens there, Franks, which doesn't really make sense because I'm pretty sure that's not what they had. Oh well. Anyway, we're gonna start them off with a ton of dudes. They don't even need houses. They've got quite the economy going. And then we're also gonna give them a town center. Or several settlements, in fact. Or they've got a town center over here. And presumably he's got some guards for this area, so we'll give him some of those. Actually, speaking of, he's gonna need some... I want some Choco News in here. Things are awesome. Sorry, there's just a lot of stuff to go through here. Probably some song spearmen are gonna be the... your song guardsmen. There we go. So he's gonna have just a bunch of guards all over the place. If anyone decides to go this way. There's a bunch of guards in the way. And presumably he'd have a contingent at each of these places too. There we go, those will be the Duke's guards. Have some more guards on the interior. Presumably a bunch out here in their kind of camp/home area. These might be way too many. Yeah, they're all fine. Thing is, I want some of the characters to remain static, but I want Neris' whole group to be able to move around and counter things. But, lastly, I want an excuse for Thunder Mortars to be a thing. Let's go see about popping them into the tech tree. Thing is England, but I want him to be able to get Korean units. Oh well. Now. War is going to be at peace with everybody. Now, 1 is at war with everybody but them. 6 is only at war with 1. 5 is only at war with 1. 3 is only at war with 1. That looks about right. I'll go ahead and save it. Also give it a hard save. Okay. Now, these guys have a decent amount of units to start with, but it's not going to be enough to actually take the castle here. So, what I'm assuming here from a design perspective is that these will be enough to deal with some AoE stuff. We've got 4 units for basically capturing some units, like these guys. But they won't work in the severe long term. You know what? Alright, Neris is gonna need more barracks, I think. Pop the Civ filter on there. Let's get rid of these houses and put a barracks over there. Good. Don't want them to be too overwhelming, but I think this is a pretty good thing. Let's get rid of this one, put a barracks over here so that they don't really have a convenient way to travel. Alright. 2 barracks. That should be enough. Because yeah, from a design perspective, what I'm thinking here is, like I was saying, there's enough to do a slight fight, but not actually go through and, you know, beat everyone here. Actually, I have to remember to make a script for this guy. In fact, let's do that right now. So new. Okay, so that's just always on. Now, effect. First off, object, new. There's the commissar over here. Effect, new. Now set attribute. $1,000 health on that guy. Actually, let's give him 1,000% of his usual health. Then we go over to triggers here, and it's just always on. It's always looping. So, his stuff is just always on. Okay, so now we duplicate. Change the effect. Actually make a new effect here, because, man, overriding effects just happen all the friggin' time. Unit name, Nerisar, Neris. I'll go ahead and give him a thing, so always true. Yeah, so that thing is always named. And now we'll make a new one. So effect, new effect, how did this happen again? Ah, here we are. So player, victory for player 1. Forget exactly how this went. Ah, that's because I'm going through this completely wrong. Okay. So trigger, if not true. So if this does not exist anymore, as in if the unit is killed, then you win. So beating Neris is the real objective of the thing. Now, new type of object. Object. Okay. Okay, so let's see, has attribute, max attack, 400% of what it was. I still don't remember this guy's name, but has attribute. I guess give him like 400% pierce armor for some reason. Alright, there we go. So, effect. First off, name Richter. Copy that a couple times, make Margaret. And then lastly, make this guy into Spear Douche. Okay. Now one more object, and that's going to be you. Alright, so we got Alphonse Stevelton over here. Changes max health to, I guess, 400%. Which should be absolutely, or 200%, I guess, which should be ridiculous. Okay. We duplicate the victory condition, and instead we change it to defeat. I have defeat 1, and then new is, So if not true that Alphonse exists, then defeat. Give it a quick save, give it a hard save, and let's give it a test run. One thing I have found that's kind of messed up about test runs, by the way, is you can very much screw yourself with these. Alright. So for one thing, let's change the music situation. Okay, hold on. Music. Done. Okay. Now, I have a rough idea of what we're supposed to be doing. We've captured this town. We're going to go ahead and start going for gold. Actually, we're going to have these guys go drop it off real quick. Instead, they need to be going for wood. Got an armory here for unit upgrades. We've got potential unit shop over here. Got these guys over here. Now, England's whole thing is that they can pretty much just go and buy stuff. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna not do that real quick. Two things that I want to check, first of all. Did it start saving actions? No, it did not. You can start a scenario and just basically do stuff in-game, and then you can go back and edit it. Now, AI-wise, I want Nearest to be active and attacking and gathering and stuff like that. So, that's him, right? Number 6? Yeah, no, he's number 5, okay. So I want him gathering and things like that. Or go for a pretty decent citizen percentage there. Actually, no. The lower it is, the more he'll be willing to do stuff. So he'll build, he'll repair, he'll... do we want him to attack? Yeah, we'll have him attack also. Then everyone else will be defending and then he'll be attacking. So, let's go ahead and test that out real quick. See how winnable this is. Get some coffee. Alright. So first things first, get these guys on wood. Because as soon as we get to a certain amount, well, they'll be able to just go and build stuff. So we're going to be able to build a mine right here, probably get some turrets going. And this last guy here, he's pretty much just going to be going around gathering things. Now this food thing from earlier is slowly generating food the whole time, so while there is income potential and all that, food is mostly limited until trees happen. Right, I think they had a bear or something over there. Anyway, the second squad's actually gonna completely abandon their attack first of all. Well, no. They're gonna go up. Okay, hopefully they'll be able to convince some people to join. I guess Margaret's team decided to leave their home for a little bit. What happens if they go in? Well, they should be able to go in. Yes. They're just going to be able to march right in. Right. Not even sure what's going on there. Those guys are off doing their whole thing. Alright, so these ones are going to go over here and just sort of claim this area. Alright, first things first, go build one of these. Potential for more food happening. These ones are gonna try to convince some units to join their side. By the way, this is absolutely how tar works. It's just basically a homing missile of sludge. So then those guys catch fire. Right, yeah, this is a weird scenario right now. Those guys just sort of patrolled in here, didn't even care, and then left. They're gonna start attacking at some point. What the hell are you guys even doing? Well, this is the AI in a nutshell, by the way. This is part of the reason it's a little bit hilarious. Alright, so... yeah, I don't know what to make of this right now. Alright, we're gonna put out some sailboats. Start gathering more food that way. These guys are gonna lock down this gate, I assume. Actually, no, you guys go over here. Like, charge to here, I guess. Alright, so we know the AI is not quite up to the task. That is more than certain. Okay. Let's test out these guys. Did this guy get named properly? No. Apparently Neris did, but we'll figure that out in a sec. Does he have a crap ton of health? Hell yes he does. Well, you might as well go chase after him. The hell? Okay. So, they managed to kill him off. I'm not 100% sure how. But oh well. Okay, that needs some corrections. Alright, first things first. Let's go to these triggers. Alright, always true. This is true. This. This. Wait. Object, unit name. Alphonse Stevenson. Okay. Other triggers, and always true, that's his name. Done. Okay. Now, where is this one? How about 10,000%? Or 100,000%? Or just give him 100,000 health, because he's basically a god at that point, right? Alright. So we'll do that. Right. One thing I should do, though, is set his stuff to not move. Alright, so maximum speed is like 5. probably given the most. We'll do something like that. This guy probably just wants a bunch of grunts. Neris is probably loaded.
Your command. To the death. Your command. We're under attack. Yes, sir. I'm here to help, as you will. We're under attack. We're under attack. I obey. We're under attack. attack. I'm here to help. Certainly. We're under attack. We're under attack. Not enough food.
Yes, my liege.
They're under attack. They're under attack. Morning come complete. Yes.
Don't be my friend.
They're under attack.
My friend. Where do you need me, Bobby?
Not enough food. Not enough food. With my order.
Yes, my liege. A death.
I'm here to help, as you will.